The High Court Bar Association Kohima, Nagaland today, the 20th August 2024 held its annual general meeting at the bar room of Guwahati High Court Kohima bench. During the meeting, the association resolved to rigorously pursue for a separate high court for the state of Nagaland. They also decided to unanimously support the stand of the Kohima Bar Association and condemn the alleged illicit nexus between certain lawyers and certain police personnel with a caution from indulging in unethical conducts. High Court Bar Association Nagaland President C.T. Zamir delivered the presidential address while senior executive member of the bar T.B. Zamir exhorted the members. Khobar Corner brings to you the details of the general meeting. Kindly subscribe, like and share our channel to remain informed. High Court Bar Association Kohima, Nagaland AG, 20th August 2024 te Takhan laga annual general meeting to Guwahati High Court Kohima bench laga bar room te thakishe. Etu homote, Association Para Nagaland te bi nijor laga High Court anabol pura chesta kuri bole resolve kurishe. Aru Khan Kohima Bar Association logo te jug di kena kunuba lawyers Khan aru kunuba police manu mili kena bhitor te kam kura tu bi mo duk jonai dishe. High Court Bar Association Nagaland President C.T. Zamir Para Presidential Speech dishe aru Senior Executive Member T.B. Zamir Para Members Khan ke utsa kuri dishe. Khobar Corner he etu anishe aru apuni Khan ke Ami Khan laga channel tu subscribe, like और शेयर कुरी केना होदाई इन्फॉर्म था कि बोले अनुरोध कुरी असे.
I, on behalf of the High Court Bar Association, would like to welcome each and every one of you to this annual general meeting. As per the Constitution, the annual general meeting is to be held in the month of August and September. So we feel it appropriate to have it in the month of August. To start our meeting, to seek the God's blessings, I would like to request Mr. Eknole Cheno, President Kohima Bar Association, to invoke the blessings of.
Our Father in heaven, the creator and the sustainer of our life, God, we thank you for this time that you have granted to us and brought us here once again. Father, we want to thank you for this time, and at this moment we especially thanks for our leaders who have leading our association till this moment. Father, I pray that your blessings be upon each one of their lives, and Lord, help them to continue to help us and to lead us in good health with your wisdom. Father, as we have come here to have general body meeting, I pray that, Lord, your blessings be with each and every one of us. Give us wisdom and knowledge so that, Lord, whatever decisions that we take today be according to thy will. Father, I pray for our friends who are here today. Lord, each one of us.
Presidential address from our President, Mr. C.T. Zamir.
On 2nd of January 2024, one of our members, learned members, has left for heavenly abode, that is Senditula Longamer, ordered to pay respect to the departed soul. Let us bow down our heads for 1 minute. On 22nd September 2023, and few resolutions were adopted in the general meeting, and the office bearers were entrusted to pursue the resolutions adopted in the general body meeting. And as per the decision of the general body meeting, one important decision was to take up the few issues with the registry of the High Court, and which the office bearers have done. And few issues have been finalized and then resolved. But still, few issues are still remain unresolved, and the party is still pursuing so as to find a solution to those problems, and the office is actively working on all these issues. Hopefully, we will be able to resolve those very soon. Since the last general meeting, many developments have taken place and so many progress have also been done. One important thing, for the first time in the history of Nagaland Bar Association, the High Court Bar Association has decided to host the first executive meeting of the Nagaland Bar Association. As we all know, the headquarters of the Nagaland Bar Association is in Dimapur, and all along, over the years, the meeting has been held only in Dimapur, and at no point of time the NBA meeting was held. Even the executive meeting was not held outside Dimapur. But this year, in order to revamp and then reorganize and to strengthen the Nagaland Bar Association, the members have resolved to have a meeting in outside Dimapur and other places. So that initiative was reciprocated by the High Court Bar Association, and the High Court has taken a decision. The High Court Bar Association has taken a decision to host the first executive meeting, and it was held on the 14th of November 2023 outside Dimapur for the first time. And the High Court Bar Association has hosted that meeting. So that is an achievement so far as the High Court Bar Association is concerned. Secondly, on 8th of March 2023, as we all know, we have so many lady advocates here. In order to observe the World Women's Day, International Women's Day, the High Court has organized a seminar on the International Women's Day on 8th of March 2024, and then it was a grand success, and I believe the members of the bar have also been benefited by such seminar. After the last general meeting, as I had mentioned, the office has been actively working on different issues. There were so many functions where the High Court Bar Association was also invited, and the president, sometimes the secretary, joint secretary, the office bearers have been attending those seminars, functions, invitations, including the funerals. Wherever it is necessary for a bar used to take part in all these occasions. Besides attending the meetings, seminars, there were a lot of correspondences, so many letters. Those were responded in the appropriate manner, in the way how it is to be responded. All these things are in the record of the secretary. I am not mentioning all these things. During the period, we have received few complaints, of course, which are not very important, but then few complaints which the office have received, the office have also taken steps what is required to be done, and the issues have been resolved. So there is no such issue as such as on today, which is not resolved. So whatever came to the office has taken initiative, and those issues have been resolved. I believe all of you must be aware of the office bearers as well as the executive committee members, but who knows? All of us may not be aware and conversant who are the executive members, who are the office bearers. So I would like to request our secretary to read out, so we can refresh our memory, the office bearers and the executive members.
The present tenure of office bearers were elected on 7/3/2022. In terms of Article 14, Clause 2, the following members have been selected as office bearers and executive members for the tenure 2022 to 2025. 1. President, Mr. Siti Jamir, Senior Advocate. 2. Vice President. There are 2 Vice Presidents. One is Mr. Alivil Zhao. He was a little late, but he's already here in our midst. Number 2, Mr. Sarif Ahmed is not here with us today. General Secretary, Mr. Joshua Shafiq, myself. Joint Secretary, Mr. E.T. Bapom, who is to my right hand side. Finance Secretary, Mr. Namsangli Walunkumar, he's here. Treasurer, Ms. M.S. Yansapila Apila Sangam, she's here. Property Secretary, Mr. Foseko Fote, is here with us. The executive members, we have 9 executive members. One is Mr. T.B. Jamir, sir, is with us. 2, Mr. Ashik Rizzo, is not with us today. 3, Mr. Kikrim Letenyo. Yeah, we have, he's already out of the list, but this is the original. So, we may have excused you halfway, but you're still part of the record. 4, Mr. Povatsolohe, he's here with us. 5, MS Nuksantila Samti, she's here. 6, Miss Lucino Saleh, she's with us. 7, Mr. Lima Obang is with us. 8, Mr. K.H. Savi is not with us today. 9, Mr. Timjan Moa Jamir is with us. So these are the list of office bearers and executive members.
Replacement.
Teja Patio. Sorry, a replacement of our brother Kichingula is Mr. Teja Patio. Is he with us? Oh, my sincere apologies. Our brother is with us.
In view of appointment as president, Mr. Kikmule, he has been relieved, and then he has been replaced by the new member. As per the Constitution, the executive committee is required to be held once in 4 months. We have exceeded that limit. The executive meeting was held as many as 7 times, besides the general meeting. Another important achievement I would like to share with the members of the bar, that is, the High Court Bar Association has challenged the advertisement and selection of judicial officers, where 3 non-indigenous Nagas were selected and recommended for appointment to the judicial second-class judicial magistrate and grade 3 judicial services. So, agreed by that, bar has taken a resolution to challenge those recommendations and appointment. And over the years, the case was proceeded for about 3 years. Initially, we filed here in the Kohima page, but subsequently, in view of the employment of Chief Justice of the Guwahati High Court as party respondent, as per the High Court rules, it is to be heard in the principal seat. So as many as 10 trips were made on behalf of the bar to represent that case, and ultimately we have succeeded the case, and resultantly the present advertisement where 12 posts of grade 3 judicial service posts were advertised, which can be filled up by the indigenous inhabitants. That advertisement has already been issued. I believe most of you have applied for the post, and I wish you all the best to get through in that selection process. Once you are selected, then you will be in the bench, not in the bar. So I wish all the best for all the candidates who has applied for that post. That is possible because of the initiative of the High Court Bar Association. So that is a great achievement so far as our initiative is concerned. Now, I would like to make a request also, that is with regard to the subscription fee. As we all know, annual subscription fee is 1,000 rupees in a year, and the last date for payment of the subscription fee is 31st of March. But many have not complied with that, so the office has issued reminder from time to time, and I would request all the members that this membership fee is not paying something, but you are buying some sort of a right. By paying the membership fee, you are buying your right to be a member, to be a bona fide member of this bar. So I would request all of you who has not complied with to be mindful of it and then comply with the instructions issued from the office. Otherwise, your name will be listed in the among the defaulters list, and we don't wish to do that. So please be mindful about that. During the year, we have been doing whatever is possible on our part, but there are so many issues, so many challenges ahead of us, which we are required to do. Recently, we have seen in the social media about the differences and the nexus, I should say, between the Kohima District Bar Association and the Nagaland Police. You may have seen in the social media, and also there were some issues in Kohima District Bar with regard to some accusation by some police officials. Kohima District Bar, the members of the Kohima District Bar are also the members of this High Court Bar Association, and the High Court Bar Association members are also the members of the Kohima Bar Association. Therefore, it is like just one family only. So we came across so many issues on this point, but that, so far as that point is concerned, we will discuss during the discussion hour, which is included as one of the agendas. Now, as we all have seen in the newspaper report and the social media about the construction of the new High Court, and there is a talk going on that by the end of the year, if possible, the High Court will be shifted to the new building. So once that is done, Bar will have to take a proactive role in this issue also, what is required to be done, how to go about all this. So for that, the involvement of the members of the Bar will be very important, very crucial. So let us hope that this issue is also resolved as early as possible and at the earliest. Another issue is with regard to the separate High Court for the state of Nagaland. The High Court Bar Association, in collaboration with the Nagaland Bar Association, has been actively pursuing for a separate High Court for the state of Nagaland. The Nagaland Bar Association and the members of the High Court Bar Association, we went to Delhi, met the Chief Justice of India, met the Union Law Minister. Everybody has agreed that yes, you deserve to have a separate High Court. But somewhere something has gone wrong. That is, last year when we met the Union Law Minister in Guwahati and reminded him about that, sir, whatever you have assured, we are anxiously waiting for the separate High Court. That is what we said. And what he told us was, look, I have discussed this issue with the Union Law Minister and the Union Home Minister, because the State Reorganization Act is required to be amended by the Parliament. That is a small exercise to be done by the Parliament, which has not been done. And when he discussed with the Home Minister, he was told that let us take it up with the Naga solution issue. So that's how that process has been stopped, and it's in a standstill till date. Therefore, if any step is required to be done in this connection, we have to again restart the whole thing, and then it has to be separated from the Naga solution issue, and the separate High Court being amended of the Constitution and claused in the 16-point agreement of the signed between the Union of India and the Naga People's Convention. This is a legitimate right for the Nagas to have a separate High Court for the state of Nagaland. So we will take up this issue afresh, and then I would request all the members to be cooperative in pursuing this issue also. Now, during the dinner, I have received so many suggestions from the members of the party. Lot of advices I have also got. I am very, very grateful to all of you. And whatever initiative the party takes, the members of the party have been very cooperative on all the issues, and I have also enjoyed excellent support. Not only me, the office has also enjoyed for the audit of the association. The last executive meeting has appointed 3 auditors. I am grateful to the auditors also. They have done the job, and they will be submitting the report today. And for holding this meeting, the property committee have been taking a lot of pain, and they have taken a lot of initiative. I am also grateful to the property committee and to all who has extended your help and cooperation for the success of this meeting. As human, to err is human, the saying goes. So whatever the office has done, we think that it is being done properly and in the right way. But who knows? In the course of doing the association job, we may have hurt you one way or the other. If there is any such things, then on behalf of the office, I would like to apologize on behalf of the office and pardon us if there is any of such things. If at all we have hurt you also, hurt your sentiments in any manner. We have been enjoying the support of the members of the party all along, and we will continue to seek your support even in future. And one challenge which I would like to give to our young and upcoming lawyers, that this part is for you. Your future lies with the strength of this bar association. Therefore, I would request the young and upcoming lawyers to be proactive in the activities of the bar. Do not neglect. Come forward, and if there is any suggestion, proposal, never hesitate to share with the office, so that office can take up the issues and talk for the welfare of the association. And I would request all the junior members to be proactive for welfare and upliftment of the bar. In the social media, in the WhatsApp group, the secretary has also circulated. If there is any agenda, you please submit to the president and the secretary before the meeting. But as of now, we have not, office have not received any agenda, but the office has taken a sober cognizance of few issues that will be decided during the discussion hour. We have 6-7 agendas from the office, and we'll be discussing those during the discussion hour. To conclude, I would like to invite your initiative, suggestion, cooperation for a strong and a vibrant Bar Association of the High Court Bar Association. Thank you.
We have heard our president at length. We shall have our senior colleague, Mr. Titi Jamir, who is also an executive member of this bar, for the few words of exhortation, sir.
I am in this profession for 32 years and I am still learning, be it in court or in chamber. During one of his lectures, late Paddy Nariman said, once you become an advocate, you become a student of law. And even if in due course of time, if God willing, you become a judge, you still will be a student of law. And the reason why he said so is because law is a subject which is not only vast, but it is also dynamic. So, irrespective of years of practice in the bar, an advocate will always be a student of law and not a master of law. And the day an advocate thinks he has become a master of law, then she is no more an advocate. Because an advocate being a student, he always has to work hard, study, learn, and keep on learning. Having said that, today I take this opportunity to exhort the young members of the bar. And the reason is what our president has said in his presidential address. You are the future of this bar. And let me start by telling you that law as a profession is very, very challenging. Therefore, you should be mentally prepared to struggle during your initial years. No doubt, in every profession, one has to struggle. But in this profession, you will struggle more because this profession, it has a long gestation period. So your initial time, your initial years will be a testing time for you. At times, you may even doubt and question yourself as to whether you will survive in this profession. But you must keep in mind, no one succeeded in this profession without struggle, and you are no exception. Therefore, you must be mentally prepared to struggle during your initial years so that you are not discouraged and depressed. And the way or the mantra to overcome your struggle and to succeed in this profession is have a dream to become a successful lawyer. Focus on your dream and work hard, relentless, with full dedication. If you do that, no one and nothing can stop you from achieving your dream. Once a senior advocate from Guwahati who was here, he said, we have more arguing counsel here at Kohima Bench than in the principal seat at the bar. And where many of the young lawyers, they are second generation, and there are also some who are third generation. So you are second to none. Believe in yourself, have a dream, focus, work hard, success will be yours. At the same time, remember, this is a noble profession. So always keep professional ethics in your mind. Recently, what was reported in the media on unethical practices, and which the person also is mentioned in this presidential letters, is very, very unfortunate. We call ourselves as learners. Then, as learned member of the bar, we must conduct ourselves appropriately, both inside and outside the court. Maintain formality and for the sake of God. And no matter what transpires inside the courtroom, it should not come in the way of your personal information. And show empathy to your client. And with that, my best wishes to all the young members of the bar. May you achieve great height and stand out in this profession. God bless. Thank you so much, T.V. Jamir. Even in the court, he quietly fires silently and then he kills. Whereas we are so abrupt and then we attack, sometimes we are casualty. So the point which our senior member has shared with us, that is for the benefit of the bar members, especially the upcoming lawyers. Please keep in mind,
and try to follow those ethics. Next, we have the annual report by A. Thiba Pop, Joint Secretary.
In order to save time, I'll just read out the points which happened again during the year 2023-2024. Annual report of High Court Bar Association with effect from 22/9/2023 to 28/2024. Number 1. On 14/11/2023, first executive committee was held and resolved to host the Nagaland Bar Association executive meeting, and as resolved, the Nagaland Bar Association executive meeting was held on 24/11/2023. On 11/12/2023, the President, on behalf of the bar, had attended the program of the International Human Rights Day program at Nagaland State Human Rights Commission Office, Kohima. On 1st February 2024, the Executive Committee has resolved the following points. Number 1. The Executive discussed on the letter dated 17/1/2024 received from the NILITE for conduct of one-day awareness workshop on emerging cyber threat awareness and digital forensic for legal professionals. The seminar, which tentatively scheduled to be held on 9/2/2024 at the bar room of 11 a.m. For detailing of the program, the President High Court Bar Sri Siti Jamir shall coordinate with the officials of the institution for intimating the members of the bar. Number 2. The executive resolved to hold a one-day seminar on human rights in the month of March 2024. The bar office bearers shall coordinate with the chairman of the Nagaland State Human Rights Commission for finalization of the program. Number 3. As approved by the executive committee, the president, on behalf of the bar, had attended the funeral service of late Sanditullah on 2nd January 2024 and delivered condolence message and presented rupees 5,000 as a token of offering. Number 4. The executive also resolved to sanction an amount of rupees 50,000 to attend the swearing ceremony of Mrs. Y. Lokumar at Guwahati as the Judge of Guwahati High Court. Number 5. The executive resolved to revive the registry to remove the violent Dropbox which was introduced during COVID-19 pandemic.
Money is still there.
On 1st March 2024, an emergency executive meeting was held and resolved to conduct one-day program related to International Women's Day on 8/3/2024. As approved by the Executive Committee on 21st March 2024, a smart TV of 55 inches has been installed in bar room and connected internet facilities to view live broadcast virtual board proceedings. On 10/5/2024, on behalf of the High Court Bar Association, Secretary Mr. Joshua Seki and Mr. L. Longkumar, Finance Secretary, had attended the annual general meeting 2024 of Nagaland Bar Association. On 22/5/2024, a short interaction session was held with the two sitting High Court judges, Mr. Justice Sanjay Kumar Mete, Mr. Justice Putte Abung. The interaction was led by Mr. Joshua, General Secretary. On 7/6/2024, as discussed and resolved by the executive committee meeting, a budget of rupees 20,000 has been sanctioned for preparation and necessary arrangement on account of visit of Chief Justice Guwahati High Court at Kohima Bench on 13 to 14 June 2024. As discussed and resolved on 7/6/2024 by the executive committee, a Naga traditional jacket and Naga stole were presented to Chief Justice and one Naga stole to sitting judges and other officials of Chief Justice. Executive Committee has also deliberated and resolved to endorse the following agendas of Nagaland Bar Association. That is, Resolution number 8/4 and 8/6. However, in regard to Resolution number 8/2 for the Nagaland Bar Association agenda, the Executive Committee resolved to discuss in General Body Meeting of High Court Bar Association. That is, we are going to discuss today. Executive Committee has also resolved to install Wi-Fi connection in the High Court Bar Association room, for which the Property Committee has been entrusted with the needful. Accordingly, Wi-Fi connection has been installed in the latest bar room, but the installation in the male bar room is under process. Executive Committee also resolved to explore ways and means to mobilize funds to augment the finance of the High Court Bar Association. On 7/6/2024, the Executive Committee had also approved the new application of the 12 members to enroll and register in the High Court Bar Association. On 1st July 2024, in pursuance of letter dated 28/6/2024 received from High Court, the President High Court Bar Association has been made as one of the members of the core committee for overseeing the ongoing construction of the new High Court building at Kohima. On 29/7/2024, the Executive Committee meeting was held and resolved the following points. Number 1, the Executive resolved to nominate Mr. Azo, Mr. Cindy Younger, and Ms. Apila as resource person in the program of Evolve a Witness Protection Scheme for Nagaland on 3rd August at PHQ. The Executive deliberated on the letter dated 22/7/2024 from one Mr. Rajiv Khosla, member of the Delhi Bar Council. However, in acknowledgement of the press release dated 2nd June 2024, issued by the Bar Council of India, resolved not to resort to any form of agitation in regard to the implementation of the new criminal laws BNS, and BSA at the moment. The Executive Committee resolved to hold the Bar General Body meeting on 28/2024 at 1 p.m. in the bar room, and something rupees 70,000 to meet the overall expenses of the GBM. The Executive Committee resolved a reminder will be notified to the members of the bar with regard to the resolution number 6 of the meeting held on 7 June 2024 for payment of annual membership fee on or before 31st July 2024, that is before GBM 2024. Executive Committee has also appointed the following auditors. A. Mr. K. Ankami, Senior Government Advocate Convener, Mr. M. Disadat, M. Chen, Member, Mr. Ms. Mika H.I.A. Member. Number 6. At present, there are 268 qualified members registered in the bar. This is the enrollment. Thank you.
Now, the Property Committee report will be presented by Mr. Kosiko Kuti, Property Secretary. Now the time is.
I take this opportunity to highlight the property of the High Court Bar Association. As at the bottom, the High Court Bar required a smart TV along with the remote, new connection to Geo Fiber, and along with that, our whole TV was repaired, and the amount was paid by our president, amounting to the sum of rupees 10,000. So let's give it to our president. The geo connection will be connected to this room also, and will facilitate the proper connection, Wi-Fi connection for all the members. Password to be kept in our courtroom as well in the bar room so that our members can utilize that. We're putting up the old TV at the ladies' bar room so that we can watch the live streamings of the court as well as for other entertainment purposes if this are desired. So, and the last is since the last asset report, 4 plastic chairs have encountered. Since usually our board of barrooms are kept open, so the plastic chairs that you can see this left side, almost every year we lost it. So this year also we have lost 4. Thank you.
Now, our audit report will be presented by Mr. K. Ankavi, Senior Cabinet.
We are grateful to the executive committee to be a part of the auditing process. Mika, Aye, then two listener, Kim Chen and myself, as we have been tasked with the task to audit the account of the bar, we will make an effort, and accordingly we'll submit later on. Our account is in the hands of, I would say, a very accountable and in the safe hands, so our role was very limited, except a kind of just giving a formal touch. And as you are already holding the audit report, I will not go not much into the details, but just go to the highlights of the audit. The opening balance is, as you can see, the audit is effect from 21/9/2023 to 13 August this year, 2024. And the opening balance is 10,35,503. The last 1 year from 2023 to 2024, in the 1 year period, we have received, the bar have received 4,26,500. And the expenditure incurred is, during this period, is 1,41,204. And now coming to the analysis of the cash. In cash, opening balance as I read out was is 10,35,503. Income 4,26,500, and expenditure incurred is 1,41,204. And the balance in hand is 13,20,799. So we see an increase in our account by about 2 lakh, a little bit about 2,85,000, for which we are grateful to our present executive members. And as you turn to the next page, we have made a few remarks. The first remark is only the counter-signed cash memo has been accepted and audited. Maintenance of counter folders, account books, and records are found to be proper, accurate, and transparent. Separate audit record book is found to be well maintained. We have audited from 13/8/2024 to be submitted today. So that is the report.
Thank you, Mr. K. Ankavi.